last time. Really. The energy is making me scream, give me a fucking break, and now my phone is doing the same. For fuck's sake. Okay. Last time. I did some researching today. Something came across the Instagram, my Instagram feed about Midhaven, and I already looked it up a few months ago, and I really thought, okay, this is something. Today it came along again, Scorpio Midhaven, and really, it is all about life, death, and rebirth, starting over again. Apparently, that's what I do best. That's one of my talents. For somebody who is also brought up in this society with these parents and everything, being a Taurus and everything, is looking for security and stability, a main goal or an urge. And at the same time, jumping from one thing to another and following where my heart's desire lead me, or my inspiration or my intuition, is at the same time what I do best. So give me a break, because what the fuck, parents? What the fuck, society? What the fuck, everybody? What the fuck? Because manifesting generator is one who is going with the flow and initiate something, and halfway through executing it, I'm already bored, looking for the next thing. And not because I have the fear of missing out, but more because I'm good at generating things, not see it through until the end. This Scorpio Midhaven, you should look it up, very interesting, is interesting as well, because life and death and rebirth. And it says on this Instagram post, what do you fear the most? What do I fear the most? Okay. And I really thought, come on, I have been challenged so many times. Got myself back together, walked the path of shame, done with the shame, not completely, but most of it. And of course, dealing with all kinds of heartbreak, grief, and everything. I'm not afraid of anything. Okay, but it said here, the fear of not being taken seriously. Of the fear of adjusting your life and your wishes and your desire and your work and your living environment and everything, adjusting it again. And because of that, not being seen as sensible or wise, or just a bit dilly-dally, instead of she knows it, she knows what she's doing. Delulu. And yes, I am fucking Delulu, because that's what made my life interesting and suitable for me and enjoyable and amazing. So today I read that, and oh my god, the last week, intense. Since this blue moon, intense. Everything becomes more clear. I just keep on breathing, doing my thing, taking my rest. Journal. I kept that away for a while, but necessary. Really, I need to brain dump. I need to ventilate. I need to get my things in order, and at the same time it's more philosopher on paper, philosophing, but what's the word in English? I don't know, I don't give a damn. So that's what's happening right now. And this Scorpio Midhaven, yeah, I started over many, many times. And at one point I was really, okay, I'm done with starting over. Please just let it be just a bit easy right now. And then there are some things happening. And then you see what's the biggest problem then? Problem, situation, things that I need to get by or over, or changing the things about who I was. And that is something I discussed with my craniosacral therapist this week. Be open to who you are, because everything changes all the time and there is only now. So all those roles, and I've done a lot of that already, trying to be in the now. But my ideas about myself, the sensible oldest daughter, the dependable parent, because the other one is not dependable, somebody has to be, so I take it on me. I will take the responsibility. I will take the responsibility for so many things, and I don't need to, because it is not my responsibility. And that's what I tell my clients. So practice what you preach all the time. So you have to be open, and it slithers just back in. At some point, you're still doing what you were always doing, or you're thinking. And it's subtle. It really is subtle, because at first you think, I got this. I am open. Change is not scary. I will become certain in the insecurity. I'm certain of myself. I'm focusing on the good things. I do what I like about it. I know how to focus and keep my focus on what I want and what is good for me. And beneath all that, or just after that, is the same old shit that is always there, or coming up in a different level. Because I always think it's a spiral, and you're spiraling deeper and deeper into yourself, but you come across the same things because it's a spiral. My shoulder blades, yes, that's where the old shit is stored. I feel them. They're loosening up, and it's necessary. And what I do with my clients, it's all about that at the same time. Adjusting again and starting over again. And don't see it as failure, but seeing it as the way I live my life and how I thrive. So, I'm also born under the moon, that it was descending to the slightest crescent, just before the dark moon, just before the invisible, and the balsamic phase of the moon. And that's where we're heading. Always a lower energy phase in my life, in my cycle. And still, I'm not taking that just as a law. I adjust at that point as well, because it's not always the same, because I'm not always the same. And so that phase of the moon is also about letting go, the death, and afterwards the rebirth in a new cycle. I was born on a Monday, Moon Day. So all those things, the Scorpio, the moon, and everything, and all the things you have in your horoscope, you should draw one, the birds one. You should get to know yourself a little bit better. And don't see it as a law, just to understand yourself better. Where your, flaws, I don't want to call it flaws, but where your attention points are. And it really is sometimes very clear. At that point, I am now. And at the same time, I think, give me a fucking break. I have to start over again. In what way? In what way? Well, at the moment, I'm clearing out my Bos Temple. At first it was Boshuis, and now it's becoming a Bos Temple. And all the things there are going. So if somebody is interested, come along, just ask. So yeah, starting over again. Learning at the same time. Learning a lot. I'm learning Egyptian. I'm learning how to get a proper business in my way, not just focusing on one niche, but just attract, because that's what I do. And Zanella is still a big inspiration in how to train your mindset. So at the same time, everything is going just fine, and give me a fucking break. I will get by. So how are you? Be kind, especially to yourself.